All right, what else we got? We got news. Wasn't there something else in the news? Kyle, go back to our news
sperm
section.
whale news.
Sperm whale news. Sperm news.
Oh, sweet.
Tell us about it.
I like this one.
Yeah. What happened?
I mean, we've seen sperm whales. We know a bit about them.
Yeah, they're great.
But we
Stop
didn't.
your heart with their sound.
Yeah. At the end
crazy.
of March, a new sperm whale behavior was documented for the first time in off the coast of Western Australia. It's called defense defecation.
Well, that sums it up.
Genius.
So sperm whale is so it's a pod of sperm whales. I didn't know they traveled in pods.
They do.
Okay, so you got a bunch of them, right? A bunch of fucking orcas come up. They're like, oh,
Killer
shit.
whales.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit, fuck, this is bad. What do we do? So the entire pod releases simultaneous poop explosion into the water.
Genius.
And then they all get into a defensive circle with their heads together.
Okay.
Cool.
And they used their tails to fan the diarrhea shit out.
Is there a video of this, Kyle?
To
Can you
cause
see
a
if there's video of this?
distraction. And it worked. The
I'm
orcas
sure.
were like, I can't see what's going on. This is poop in my eye.
By the way,
Wow.
I've seen this in real life.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Are you talking about a hippo?
No, I can tell you the whole story.
Yeah, do.
I was at the
Please do.
I was at the SFO BART station.
Okay.
And a homeless guy was screaming and kicking a wall. This is a true story.
Okay.
And the like BART police came to remove him, and he fell down and shit himself. And they were picking him up, and they were like, "Nope," and they just left him lying there covered in poop.
Really?
Swear to God, yeah.
Wow.
Defensive defecation. I saw it.
Did I ever tell you about the time I saw a guy passed out at the subway station, and I had just taken CPR classes for work, and so I thought a guy.
You didn't give him mouth to mouth, did you?
I went over there. Well, no, I didn't, but I'll tell you why. Because I had just taken the CPR class, and you try to determine if they're breathing.
Yeah.
And when I went to do that, he was just fucking stinky hard booze. I was like, oh, never mind.
He's alive.
He's just drunk.
Just
Yeah.
like, oh, never mind. I left.
I think it's really cool behavior. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, sperm whales are incredibly intelligent. Like they're pretty near the top with orcas.
Yeah.
And I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they have all kinds of defensive mechanisms. I mean, this one's a very gross one, but it makes sense. I mean,
So, do you think this is?
Well, it worked.
yeah,
Do you think it's a new behavior? Like they just figured this out, or
could
do you
be.
think?
I doubt it. I think
they've
it's
been
more
doing it?
likely it just hasn't been documented.
I mean, it's so hard to even spot a sperm whale. I mean, sometimes you could see them on whale watches and stuff,
Yeah.
but they spend a lot of time really deep. It's not like a gray whale or a
Yeah.
humpback where you see them more often. So to then see a sperm whale pod getting attacked by orcas is very
Right,
rare.
Very rare. Yeah,
So
it's
they've
hard to
probably been
spot
doing
orcas. It's hard to spot sperm whales. That interaction is 1 in a million to witness as a human being. You know, and then the fact that it was a whole pod and not just a single, blah blah blah. I think they've probably been doing it for all of history.
Can you imagine though that you're on a boat for whatever reason, you're filming, you're on a whale watch, and you're like not only seeing a sperm whale, but there's a bunch of sperm whales
Right.
at the surface.
You're like, oh my God.
You're like, this is once in a lifetime
Yep.
interaction. Then you see orcas cruising up.
Yeah.
And your head would explode.
Absolutely. The way it would unfold.
And then seeing a poop explosion fan.
Dude, there was a
That's
hilarious
exactly what happened too.
Well, there was a hilarious instance in Santa Barbara about 4 or 5 years ago where the Santa Barbara whale watching boat was out and they were looking at a baby gray whale. They're like, oh, cute. And they like brought it right up beside the boat. And a pack of orcas came in, and it was just a bloodbath. Like,
Oh, my
just blood.
God.
I mean, like, fully ripped it to shreds. Kids are screaming
Oh,
and crying.
my
There's a bunch of iPhone videos.
Yeah.
Like, there's one guy who's like, he like turns the iPhone, and there's all these kids just bursting out in tears because
That's
Wow.
like legitimately PTSD traumatizing.
scarring. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
my
you also have to
God.
wonder if the boat wasn't there.
Would it have happened?
Right.
Right, because the gray whale was kind of like, hi, boat.
Checking it out.
Yeah.